Okay, I thought I would do a short video, show how this template can be used by young children to make some little faces. You can cut this out of birch plywood. I cut mine out of 1/4 inch. Probably would be better to use 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch, make it thinner. You could even do it on a piece of cardboard, which is not too thick. Make the drawing easier later on down the road. So what you're going to do, you cut that out first and peel the pattern off. By the way, if you haven't got the patterns, they're available on my website. If you look down below, you'll see a link to that particular pattern, and you can download it for free. It doesn't cost anything, and get working with that. I also have some mini templates here too. This was done on a 1/16 inch board for the eyes and nose and mouth, which you can use for the drawing. There are other ways to use this too, and I'm going to demonstrate in a moment. After you cut out your characters' faces on the template, you also have those characters left over too, which you might want to use for other things. You could have young children color these in, draw the faces right on here. Use some crayons on them, whatever strikes your fancy, give it a try. Okay, so the way it works is very simple, nothing complicated here. Decide which head you want to use. We'll take this guy with the Harpo Marx hairdo on the top here. Put it down on the paper, get a sharp pencil, and you just simply draw using the template along the inside lines here, thusly. It's a little tricky at first, but you get used to it after a while. Take a little bit of practice. Young children might get frustrated at first, but once they see how it's done, they'll manage it. Okay, we've drawn our first figure here. Take it off, and there he is. I'll turn the camera around here so you can see it a little better. Get a little closer. Okay, now once you got a character like that, if you want, you could use the templates to draw some eyes on them. I'll take the smaller eye here, put it on there, and just simply draw inside the circle. Move it over a little bit. Again, draw the circle. Got two eyes nicely done there. I'm doing this at a slight angle, so it might not be perfect. You can put a nose on him. And you can use these noses different ways. You can draw it that way. Or if you wanted to, you could take this one here and draw it that way, or turn around and do it that way. Put the nose on him, and then maybe a smile face on him. Smile at the bottom here. Okay, and we now have a smiling character. Young children might like to play around with this even more, do some more drawing on it. You might want to put some irises here, not irises, but pupils, so it looks like he's looking off to the side. If you got an older kid who might like to dress it up a little more by putting some shading in there, maybe putting some teeth on him, maybe putting a mustache on him, dress it up here whatever way they want, and you come out with a rather unique looking little character. Okay, very simple to do, nothing complicated here. Now you can set up any way you want. This is another one, and if you like, you can even turn them around. Got this one set up so he's got like a beard on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, got like a beard down here. But if you didn't want it, you could make that his hair. Turn him around, it'll look like his shoulders and his top of his head, and put the eyes in there, whatever. Also, after you cut out your patterns here, you have these other pieces. As I said before, you could either decorate the the wood pieces if you want to just, they're just discards right now. Or you could use those to do the drawing instead of the other way. You just place these down on the paper and draw around them. I've got this one upside down right now, which is fine. You can do it any way you want. I'll just do it upside down since I've got it this way. This becomes his shoulders rather than the top of his head. And then you can have, if you want, you can use the templates to put the eyes and nose in, or if the child has a hidden talent of some sort, might want to draw his own eyes in there. A nose and a mouth and whatever. Okay? So, that's the way it works. If you'd like to download that, go right ahead. And let's see what you can churn out here. The funny facer.